Hey there, YouTube. It's been 5 years since I officially posted a video on my channel, and I figured it would be a good idea to tell you why I'm back and what I've been up to and why I've taken such a long break. So you might have noticed I've been posting a bunch of shorts on the channel recently, and that's content from my TikTok and my Instagram because despite not being on YouTube all of this time, I have still been creating content. So it's been weird to get messages that are like, "Where have you been? Are you dead?" Because I've been here on the internet, but just not here on YouTube. And so the last time that I posted content was 2019 on this channel, and I took an extended break for a number of reasons. But I would say like the biggest one was just feeling really burnt out with my experience on this platform. I used to produce and host a show called MTV Decoded, which was about race and pop culture. I made that show for about 5 years and like 90 something episodes. And while I'm really proud of that show and it opened so many doors for me and brought so many incredible people into my life, I dealt with a lot of harassment because of that show. And to this day, my comments are still filled with some pretty nasty racists. Which, you know what? I'm flattered that you still think about me because engagement's engagement. So thank you for still being here. My comment section got pretty overrun. And I also was dealing with a lot of people making these like really in-depth videos about me where they would say all this untrue stuff about me and cut me up and make me say things that I never said and just say like outright defamatory and sometimes like violent, threatening things about me. And I was really frustrated that MTV and YouTube didn't do anything about it. And I felt like, if someone's going to put, for example, Franchesca Ramsey hates white people as the title of their video, I felt like you shouldn't be able to at the very least monetize that, and or you should face some sort of repercussions because by YouTube's own terms of service, that should constitute as harassment. If somebody has made 40 something videos about me, which is not an exaggeration, that constitutes as harassment. And I think that there should be some punishment for that, coupled with the fact that, I had previously had such a good relationship with YouTube. I'd won some contests. I did the Red Carpet Reporter. I did a bunch of hosting for them. I was always doing panels and speaking engagements and all of these cool opportunities, but a lot of them were unpaid. And I was frustrated by the fact that YouTube was quick to call me to, perform or promote or do press or whatever. But then when I said like, "Hey, I'm being harassed, can you help me?" they weren't able to do anything about it, or they said they weren't able to do anything. So in 2019 was when I like unofficially stopped doing Decoded, partially because of the harassment issue, but also because I was going through a divorce. And I just felt like, man, the divorce was so difficult at the time that I didn't feel like I could go through that and be making the show and deal with like harassment and people saying nasty, untrue things about me at the same time. And I also candidly felt embarrassed and depressed. And I fell into the trap that I think a lot of people fall into that have online personas, is that they overcompensate using the internet for parts of their real life that maybe aren't so great. My marriage had, its pain points like any relationship does. And I often joke that some people have a baby to try and save their marriage. I had a podcast, and I don't think it was the right choice for us. And so when our marriage ended, I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to talk about it in a professional way, but also in a way that was fair to myself and to my ex-husband, and I'm so thankful that I took the time to heal so that I'm in a place where I can say, look, it was hard, but it was the right choice for both of us. And I wouldn't change anything about that experience, but I needed to give myself time so that I didn't come onto the internet and divulge too much of my personal stuff and be disrespectful to myself or to my ex-husband. And that is the very like mature therapized answer. So, I'm going to take that as a win, as growth. So much has happened in the 5 years since I've been on a break from YouTube. I'm not going to be able to cover everything, but some of the highlights are I cut all my hair off, which at the time, I just felt like I needed a change. I had a project at Comedy Central that didn't go forward, and I was really depressed about it, but I also was just feeling like trapped in this natural hair blogger persona, and like I was not able to be seen as anything other than an internet personality or like a blogger. And so for me at the time, like cutting my hair was a way of being like, I'm doing something totally different. Little did I know that it was also like a precursor to my entire life changing. I cut my hair, I got a divorce. I had to put one of my dogs to sleep, which was hard. You know, she was very old, and I still miss her very much. My other dog passed away shortly after, and honestly, I think like he knew that she was gone. He knew that my relationship was ending, and so he was like, "I'm out." I moved to LA, and I love it here. I've been here 4 years this year. I have a new dog. His name is Flex, and he is the love of my life. I've been doing a lot of writing. I've written for a number of shows like the Oscars and Black Girls Rock and iCarly and Yearly Departed. Hi, I'm in the middle of editing and just realized that I forgot to tell y'all that I wrote a feature and it got selected for the Sundance Institute's Labs program, which is a really big deal. It's super competitive. I'm really proud of this feature. It's about the first Black woman on the cover of Playboy magazine. I think the feature is really good. There is a long road ahead for my writing partner, Caitlin, and I, but I'm really proud of it, and I hope that y'all get to see it someday. So fingers crossed. I've done a lot of voiceover for Apple News and a few different commercial brands. And I'm now hosting a podcast for Wondery with Conscious Lee called Black History for Real. I also have a podcast with my best friend Delon called Let Me Fix It, which has been really fun. I have another show coming out with Audible in the fall. I painted my apartment, which I didn't think would become a thing, but has gone viral and has been covered by Apartment Therapy and the Washington Post. And now I'm doing a line of wallpaper, which will be out in the fall, which has been really fun to work on and return to my graphic design roots. Oh, I didn't mention that I was on Superstore. Yeah, I acted on Superstore. How did I forget to put that on here?
What's your favorite memory of Amy?
I just met her this morning, so today's my first day here.
Oh, wow, fun.
All of this time, I've still been creating content over on TikTok and Instagram, which is, again, why it's been so weird for people to say, where are you? But I realize not everyone is as chronically online as I am. But all that to say, I'm excited to dip my toe back in. I think the thing that I've really been missing is the freedom that YouTube gave me personally to just play and not feel limited to, you know, the 1 minute format. Social media has gotten so short. Everything is about like, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. And I got to be honest, I am not great at that format. I figured out a way to make it work for myself, but I like things that feel more natural and off the cuff. And I feel like that's really suited to the podcast format, for example, but also YouTube. So I'm excited to start playing with more long format, just stream of consciousness stuff like this. I've got like some notes here, but nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to end this. How do videos end? I forget. Yeah, I'm excited to be back and to just figure out what my voice is on this channel and what it is that I want to say and what I want to share. And if you have any ideas as to things that you want to hear about or see, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you when I see you. Thanks for still being here, despite everything. Okay, bye.